Hello students, I am Anuradha Kadam and today we are going to see 5th Science first chapter Solids, Liquids and Gases. So students, now we are going to start our solid, liquid and gaseous, the first chapter from the second sem. Just we have seen what we need to see in this chapter. So when we complete these points, you will able to define matter, to explain the change of state, differentiate between solid, liquid and gases. You are able to list the properties of solids, liquids and gases. Yes, you are able to explain the expansion and contraction of matter, and you are able to define the physical and chemical changes. So let's start with our chapter. So the first we will just do the activity. We will classify the following into solid, liquid and gases. So first one is nitrogen. Nitrogen is a gaseous one. So here you are able to write in a gaseous column. Now the fruit juice. So the fruit juice, it is given juice. So juice is a liquid. So the fruit juice will come in the liquid. Water is also liquid. The next one is paper. Paper is solid, so it will come under the solid category. Then oxygen. Oxygen is, yes, gases. Petrol, yes, it is liquid. Then sugar. Sugar will come in a solids. Carbon dioxide will come in the gaseous state and stone will come in a solid category. So in this way we classified these objects, these things into solid, liquid and gases. Now we will discuss about the matter. So we have studied in earlier classes that anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Means anything that is having its own mass, mean its weight, okay, and the space. If you put a pencil, so it require one specific space in your compass. If you are putting so many pencil, so you are not able to keep all the material in your compass, because a compass has some capacity to hold the material. If you go in detail, so iron, wood, plastic, cloth and water are all examples of matter, because they all have mass and occupies the space. In fact, all the substances which we see around us are an example of matter. Correct? You can say anything. Whenever we are saying that substance, so that substance has a little bit weight and it took some space. If you consider a small safety pin also, so that small safety pin is also having some kind of mass and it also require some space. Matter is made up of very small particles called as molecules. Okay, the molecules are very small that we are not able to see by our eyes. Yes, but we can see it under the microscope. So see, matter is made up of very small particle called as molecules, and the molecules are so small that we can't see them with our naked eyes. They can be seen only under a microscope. Now we will discuss states of matter. So we have learned in earlier classes that matter exists in a 3 states. Which states are there? Yes, correct. Solids, liquids and gases. So here are some examples. Here you are able to see the picture of solid, liquid and gases. Correct. So the first example of the solid is the ice cube. Here you are able to see the ice cube. These are the ice cubes. They are having specific mass, specific shape. Okay. So the ice cubes are under solid. Now it turns to the water. See the very interesting fact. When this ice turns to the water, it will changes its state from the solid to liquid. So the water is in a liquid state, and when we heat the water, it will turns to the steam, means it is the gaseous state. So just for the example, ice cube, water and the steam. Here you can take the number of different examples of the solid, liquid and the gases. For example, for the solid you can take the pencil, cupboard, notebook, book. For the liquid you can say water, fruit juice, ink, petroleum, etc. For the gases, there are number of gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay. So yes, now see why these means different states are there. So due to the difference in the arrangement of molecules in the three states of matter, these states are different from each other. As we have seen, the smallest unit or the smallest particle is the molecule. And the arrangement of this molecule in solid, in liquid, in gaseous, it is different one. So here you are able to see in the notebook the molecular arrangement of the molecules. See how they are very closely packed. Means suppose here one molecule, then again here one. So here means there is no any gap in between the molecules. So this molecular arrangement is very closely packed. So they are not having the space in between them. So this is the reason they are having the very strong electrostatic, very strong force of attraction in between the molecules. So the next we will discuss about the liquid. The molecules in the liquid are less closely packed than the solids. And this is the reason they are having the weak force of attraction between them. So the molecules can move freely but cannot leave the liquid surface. Therefore, liquids have definite volume but no definite shape. They can flow easily and take the shape of the container in which they are kept, so they are also called as fluids. Water, milk and orange juice or any kind of juice, they are the examples of liquid. So see students, the molecular arrangements here. Okay, the molecules, they are a little bit away from each other. See, each and every molecule is always moving. What happened? Means in this way they are moving always. So when they are here, there is a space, so they are able to move, and that is the reason they are not having, in between these two molecules there is weak force of attraction, and so they are able to move very fast. So that is the reason they are known as the liquids also, as well as the fluids also. Okay, and they are taking the shape of the container in which they are kept. Okay, now we will move towards the gases. So just see here, we will just see here the gases. So just you see, observe here what happened. See the molecular distance. One molecule is here, one molecule is here, one molecule is, means the distance in between these very more. Okay, the distance is very high. So what happened? The molecules in the gases are very loosely packed. They have a very weak force of attraction, so they can move more freely and occupy the entire space available to them. Means whatever container they are, and that is the reason gas have neither definite shape nor fixed volume. Oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide are the gases. We will discuss the comparison among solid, liquid and gases. So we will see in a tabular format. First we will see the parameters, then solids, then liquids, and we will see about the gases. So if we consider the shape of a solid, see, if you consider the shape of a solid, so the solids have definite shape. If you consider the shape of liquid, so the liquids do not have the definite shape, they take the shape of container. Gases have no definite shape. When we are discussing about the volume, solids have definite volume because the force of attraction in between those molecules, it is very high. So they are not able to move, and that is the reason they are having the definite shape. Liquids have a definite volume, means we are saying 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, means they are also having the definite volume, but they are not having the definite shape or the definite shape. See, gases do not have the definite volume. Their volume is the same as that of the container in which they are kept. Hardness, if you consider, so in solids, the arrangement, see, all this comparison is basis on the arrangements of the molecules in that object. Okay. And according to them only these characteristics or this comparison is going on. See, if you see the hardness, so solids are generally hard, liquids are not hard, gases are also not hard. If we see the flow, means they are able to flow or not. So solids do not flow. Yes, liquids flow, as well as the gases also flow. Now just we will see the multiple choice question. Which state of matter has a definite shape as well as definite volume? So yes, you are aware the solids have definite shape and definite volume. Now the second, oxygen and nitrogen are liquids, gases or solids? So nitrogen and oxygen, they are the gases. Now we will see change of state. So we know that the states of matter can change on heating or cooling. So let's take the example of water. So the states of water are interchangeable. Interchangeable means from solid they will convert to the liquid, from liquid they will convert to the gases. So you are aware the water, when it is in a ice format, so it is in a solid state. So see, the states of water are interchangeable. On heating ice, means ice is a solid form of the water. So it changes into the water, and yes, water is the liquid form. This is called as the melting, means the solid when turns to the liquid. This conversion or this interchanging is known as the melting. The molecules in the ice absorbs heat and starts moving freely. They do not remain fixed in their position. Once they start moving around, the ice melts and turns into the water. Yes, this is called as the when the ice turns to the water. This is the melting process. See, on further, just we will see, on further heating, this water changes to the steam, means gas. This is the evaporation. The molecules in the water, on observing more absorbing, when they absorb more heat, already they absorb the heat, so they forms into the liquid stage from the ice. And when they absorb more heat, they changes into the steam. This steam changes into the water on cooling. This is called as condensation. The molecules in the steam gives up the heat. They come more closer and the steam condenses and changes into the water. On further cooling, this water changes into ice. Means when we are first we given heat. Okay, so from the ice it converted to the water. This process is known as melting. Okay, so here you are able to see. And see, when we are cooling them, so once the water is get cooled, it turns to the, yes, when the water is get cool, It turns to the ice. This process is condensation. So the molecules in the steam gives up heat and comes more closer, and the steam condenses and changes into the water. On further cooling, this water changes into ice. Ice means what? Solid, and this is called as freezing. The molecules of water further gives up heat and comes very close. The water freezes and changes into ice. This is nothing but a discussion of changes of state. Means see, from this solid state it get converted into the liquid and from the liquid it get converted into the gaseous state. When the ice is get converted into solid to liquid, this conversion is known as the melting. When this liquid again get heated, so it get converted into the gaseous state, it is known as the evaporation. Okay, now see, when the gaseous state when get converted on cooling, now we have first we are given heat, now we have to cool. So from the gases it get converted into the liquid, and from again liquid it get converted into the solid. This is nothing but the change of state from solid to liquid and from liquid to gases.